මෙම වැඩසටහන ඔබ වෙත ගෙනෙන්නේ
eSoft Metro Campus නව්‍ය දැනුමෙන් ඔබේ අනාගතය හැඩගන්වයි.
Good evening. Day by day, the political boundaries of nations of the world are blurring out. And because of the advancement of information technology or IT, nations are coming together in a global village. But is the Sri Lankan youth up to mark? Let's find out on IT Mastermind 2014. IT Mastermind 2014 is brought to you by the Computer Society of Sri Lanka and strategically partnered by eSoft Metro Campus. Let me introduce our competitors for today's show. On my right hand side, we have contestant number 1, Koshali Hami from Holy Family Balika Mahavidyalaya, Venapur. Contestant number 2, Lanil Marasinghe, St. Anne's College, Kurunagala. Contestant number 3, Madhava Disanayaka, Royal College, Colombo. And on my left side, contestant number 4, Priyanthi Mahendran, Wembury Girls High School, Jaffna. Contestant number 5, Kadir Kamanathan Nishantan from Jaffna Hindu College, Jaffna. And contestant number 6, Ruwan Darshana from Yapahuwa Mahavidyalaya, Kurunagala. Let's meet the judges for tonight. Mr. Damit Patirana, Manager, eSoft Metro Campus, Matara. And Dr. Ajanta Atukorala, Student Councillor, CSSL. And our quiz master tonight is this well-known media personality in the country, Mr. Faisal Bongso.
Thank you very much, Miru. A very good evening and a warm welcome to the 4th preliminary round of IT Masterminds 2014, where 6 contestants representing schools from all over Sri Lanka are participating. They will be facing 4 rounds of competition where the winner and the runner-up will proceed to the secondary rounds. Now, each round will be judged and points will be allocated and added. And please remember that the decision of the judges will be final as always. Without further ado, let's move on to round 1. Now, in round 1, we will be posing a multiple choice question to each individual student where they will earn 10 points for a correct answer. Well, of course, the other contestants can also register their answers via their terminals and earn 3 points for each correct answer. And keep in mind that you lose 2 points for each incorrect answer. So on with round 1 and your question, contestant number 1, Koshali. What is the name of the organization popularly known as ANSI, A-N-S-I? Is it African National Software Institute, American Neurological Software Institute, American National Standards Institute, or is it Australian Nautical Standards Institute?
Option C.
Yes, the answer is correct. We move on to your question now. Contestant number 2, Lanil. What does the acronym ASCII, ASCII stand for? Is it Australian Software Code for Information Institute, American Standard Code for Information Interchange, American Software Coalition Institute of Information, or Australian Standard Communication Institute of Information?
Answer is B.
Yes, the answer is correct. We move on to your question now. Contestant number 3, Madhava. What does BIOS stand for? Is it Basic Input Output System, Binary Input for Operating System, Basic Information and Overdue System, or Binary Information Overtake System?
The answer is A.
Yes, the answer is correct. We're moving on to your question now. Contestant number 4, Priyanthi. In relation to computer networking, what does CDMA stand for? Is it Computer Digital Multimedia Access, Code Division Multiple Access, Computer Digital Multiple Access, or is it Code Division Multimedia Access?
C.
No, the answer is incorrect. It's B, code division multiple access. Here's your question now, contestant number 5, Nisantan. What does CMOS stand for? Is it code for main operating system? Is it computer mini operating system? Is it complex metal oxide semiconductor? Or is it complementary metal oxide semiconductor?
Answer A.
No, the answer is incorrect. The answer is D, complementary metal oxide semiconductor. And this is your question, contestant number 6, Ruan. CMYK is a popular color model. What does CMYK stand for? Is it cyan, magenta, yellow, black key? Is it cyan, magenta, yale blue, khaki? Is it crimson, maroon, yellow, black? Or is it copper, magenta, yale blue, khaki?
Answer A.
Yes, the answer is correct. And with that, we end all the questions for round 1. Let's see who's taken the lead after round 1.
Bringing world-class higher education to your doorstep. eSoft Metro Campus. Shaping lives, creating futures.
Bachelor's at 19?
In Sri Lanka? My ambition is to finish my master's at 21 and become a senior manager when I'm 25. I joined eSoft straight after my O-levels.
Start your IT or business management degree straight after O-levels. eSoft. Shaping lives, creating future.
නිවැරදි IT දැනුම ප්‍රමුඛයාගෙන් පමණයි. eSoft.
Well, the judges have now come up with the scorecard for round 1. Let's see who's in the lead. Thank you very much. At the end of the first round, we have in third place contestant number 1, Koshali Hami, with 13 points. In second place, contestant number 6, Ruan Darshana, with 19 points. And in first place, at the end of round number 1, we have Lanil Marasinghe with 22 points. Round 2 begins. Over to you, Faisal.
Thank you very much. Well, as we move on to round 2, there could be changes after round 2. Let's find out. In round 2, we will be posing a question based on an image, and you have to answer individually. You will earn 10 points for a correct answer. The others, of course, can buzz if you know the answer. And if the first student either does not answer or gives the incorrect answer, the opportunity will go to the competitor who buzzes first. And the correct answer will earn you 5 points, but an incorrect answer will make you lose 2 points. So keep that in mind as we move on to questions for round 2. And here's your question, contestant number 1. What is the company represented by the logo shown in this image? Number 6 is indicated.
Cisco.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question, contestant number 2. What is the icon shown in this image?
USB.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now. That's contestant number 3, Madhava. What is the social network website represented by this logo?
Flickr.
Yes, the answer is correct. As we move on with more questions, and this is your question, contestant number 4. What is the social network website represented by this logo?
Twitter. Twitter.
Yes, the answer is correct. And we move on to your question now, contestant number 5. What is the social network website represented by this logo?
Tumblr.
Yes, the answer is correct. And all of you seem to be answering well in this particular round. As we move on to your question, contestant number 6, what is the social network website represented by this logo?
Indiana.
No. Number 5 is indicated?
LinkedIn.
Yes, the answer is correct. And with that, we end all the questions for round 2. Let's find out whether there have been changes in placings after round 2. Muru will have the results for us.
ලොව පිළිගත් උසස් අධ්‍යාපන අවස්ථා ඔබ සැමට විවර කර දෙන eSoft Metro Campus නව්‍ය දැනුමින් ඔබේ අනාගතය හැඩගන්වයි.
Bachelor's at 19?
In Sri Lanka, my ambition is to finish my master's at 21 and become a senior manager when I'm 25. I joined eSoft straight after my O-levels.
Start your IT or business management degree straight after O-levels. eSoft, shaping lives, creating future.
Viewers' question for this week. What is the world's most popular digital cash equivalent payment system? SMS your answer to 0725 547 547 before noon this Thursday. At the end of round 2, I now have the score sheet. Well, we have a tie for the second place in this round. In second place, we have contestant number 6, Ruan Darshana, scoring 24 points. And again in second place, the same score, 24, we have contestant number 5, Kadir Kamanada Nishandan from Jaffna Hindu College. And in this round, leading, we have contestant number 2, Lanil Marasinghe with 32 points. Faisal, over to you for round 3.
Thank you. So we're on the halfway mark. We've got 2 more rounds to go. And of course, competition is mounting as we move on to round 3. Now in round 3, we will be posing an open-ended question and you have to answer individually. You will earn 10 points for a correct answer. And same as in round 2, the others can make an attempt by using the buzzer. So here we go with round 3 and it's your question. Contestant number 1. Which type of software controls the allocation of resources and software on a computer?
Operating system.
Yes, the answer is correct. Operating system. Here's your question now, contestant number 2. What is the name of the specific technology that replaced the DVD?
CD.
No.
CD-ROM.
No.
Blu-ray.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 3. What is the name of the company that acquired Sun?
Apple.
No. Number 2 would like to answer this question.
Oracle.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 4. What company famously introduced the GeForce range of 3D accelerator cards? Number 2 would like to answer this question.
NVIDIA.
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 5. With regards to Windows PCs, what does DLL stand for? Well, number 2 seems to be answering quite a lot of questions of others. What's the answer?
Dynamic link library.
Yes, the answer is correct. And here's your question now, contestant number 6. Who is the creator of the Linux operating system? Well, number 2 seems to be answering all the questions of others. What is the answer?
Linus Torvalds.
Yes, the answer is correct. And with that, we end questions for round 3. I'm sure we know who the leader is, but let's find out how the others have fared. Over to you.
உலகத்தரம் வாய்ந்த உயர்கல்வி வாய்ப்புகள் உங்களுக்காக கொண்டு வரப்பட்டுள்ளன. ESOFT Metro Campus, shaping lives, creating futures.
Tell us about yourself.
I'm 19 and just finished my bachelor's in IT.
Bachelor's at 19?
In Sri Lanka?
My ambition is to finish my master's at 21 and become a senior manager when I'm 25. So I skipped my A-levels and joined directly to the degree programs.
That's great. We didn't have that opportunity.
Start your IT or business management degree straight after O-levels at ESOFT.
Viewers' question for this week. What is the world's most popular digital cash equivalent payment system? SMS your answer to 0725 547 547 before noon this Thursday. Thank you very much. At the end of round 3, we saw one particular competitor answering all the other competitors' questions and leading in that round. But let's see if the scorecard reflects the same. Yes, it does. Well, actually, the positions have not changed from the last round. So we have the same 3 people. In second place, we have a tie with contestant number 6, Ruan Darshana, with 24 points. And again, in second place, contestant number 5, Kadir Kamanathan Nishantan with 24 points. And leading in this round, contestant number 2, Lanil Marasinghe with 62 points.
So all the very best to the 6 of you as we move on to your question in the final round. Contestant number 1, Koshali. Quattro Pro is an example of which type of software?
Utility? Utility software?
No. Well, none of you seem to know the answer. The answer is spreadsheets. Here's your question now, contestant number 2. What does the acronym CADD stand for?
Computer-aided digital design?
No. The answer is computer-aided design and drafting. Here's your question now, contestant number 3, Madhava. With regards to Windows PCs, what does OLE stand for? Well, number 2 shows his willingness to answer this question.
Object linking and embedding?
Yes, the answer is correct. Here's your question now, contestant number 4, Priyanti. In relation to computer gaming, what does the acronym MMRPG stand for? Well, none of you seem to know the answer. The answer is massively multiplayer role-playing game. And here's your question now. Contestant number 5, Nisandan. What is the name of the rival company that was acquired by NVIDIA? Well, none of you seem to know the answer is 3DFX. And here's your question, contestant number 6, Ruan. In measuring the computational power of a CPU, what does the term flop stand for? Well, once again, number 2 would like to answer this question.
Floating points operations per second.
Yes, the answer is correct. And with that, we end all the questions for today's competition. Let's find out who the winner and the runner-up is, who will go into the secondary round.
In this episode of IT Mastermind 2014, you might have noticed a very interesting phenomenon where at the end of all of the rounds so far, we had a tie for the second place, and after round 4 we still have that tie for second place between contestant number 6 Ruan Darshana with 24 points and contestant number 5 Kadir Kamanathan Nishantan with 24 points. So in this instance, our quiz master Faisal Bonzo will pose a tiebreaker question to determine who will emerge as the runner-up. Faisal, are you ready?
I'm ready. Thank you, Miru. So all the very best to the two of you. That's contestant number 5, Nisantan, and contestant number 6, Ruan. We start off with your questions. Contestant number 6, Ruan. Are you ready?
Yes.
Right, here we go. What is the world's most popular e-commerce website?
WTO.org.
Who is the current CEO of Microsoft?
Bill Gates.
What company has the #1 position for smartphone sales?
Samsung.
What does the term TFT stand for?
Tribal. Pass.
What was Microsoft's alternative to the iPod MP3 player?
Pass.
What is the main programming? Well, that's it. I don't think we have time for you. We have the allocated time. So we're moving on to your questions now. Contestant number 5. You're ready?
Yeah, ready.
Here are your questions. What is the world's most visited website?
Facebook.
Who is the current CEO of Apple?
Pass.
What company was responsible for developing the BlackBerry smartphone?
Pass.
What does the term LCD stand for?
Liquid crystal display.
What was Microsoft's alternative to the iPad?
Pass.
Which is the most popular smartphone operating system currently?
Android.
What name is used to identify the mini computing centers established island-wide by the government?
Pass.
Well, your time's over as well. So let's find out as to who has emerged as the runner-up.
After a very exciting tiebreaker session in this episode of IT Mastermind 2014, we now have a runner-up. But before calling upon the runner-up and the winner, I would like to call upon Mr. Jagat Ranavaka, fellow member CSSL, and Mr. Sachitra Vanninayaka, manager ESoft Metro Campus Kurunagala, to present the certificates and the cash prizes for the first runner-up and the winner for this episode. And the first runner-up of this episode is contestant number 5, Kadir Kamanathan Nishantan from Jaffna Hindu College, scoring 24 points. And the winner of this episode is Lanil Marasinghe from St. Anne's College, Kurunagala, scoring 72 points. That brings us to a close on this episode of IT Mastermind 2014. But do join us next week at the same time on ITN to witness how our youth compete to win the coveted title IT Mastermind 2014. Have a pleasant week. Good night.
මෙම වැඩසටහන ඔබ වෙත ගෙනෙන්නේ eSoft Metro Campus නව්‍ය දැනුමෙන් ඔබේ අනාගතය හැඩගන්වයි.